What's up guys, this is neoCrown and you're watching another gameplay of Summoners War Sky Arena. There has been a major update, so it's a good thing to check the patch notes and learn about the new stuff. You can always delve in, but finding out what you're facing with firsthand is a good idea. So let's see, we have 4 new maps and 4 new runes. So we'll get the details. Right, so will set, the first one, grants immunity for 1 turn. If you equip 3 of these rune sets, you'll get a 3-turn immunity. I think 1 would be sufficient when you're playing in the arena, because it doesn't refresh and it doesn't activate when you're revived. So I think just 1 of these sets would be enough. The next one is shield. Creates a shield on all allies that match 10% of the monster's HP. It's really good on tank units, and you get to share some of that meatiness with your other units in the same team. So I can think of Ramagos, Runar benefiting from this. So they contribute to the whole team, not just from the heals and the clean shot from Ramagos, but you also provide them extra health. Granted, it only lasts for 2 turns, but it's enough to face the AI in the arena, where they use most of their damaging spells on the first turn, so you get to mitigate that damage. Next set is Revenge, counter attack, 15% chance. So you get maximum 45% chance if you get 6 of these runes on 1 unit. It doesn't deal 100% damage. Counter attack doesn't proc certain abilities like annihilate. You only proc this on your turn. Violent runes don't work with this setup. Despair runes work though, so that's a nice touch. You get to stun enemy when they attack you. I don't see much used for this, unless it's on units that have really strong basic attacks, like Rauk with his defense break, Light Succubus with the sleep on the basic attack, maybe even Megan, the Water Mystic Witch, with the continuous proc first attack. So it doesn't do much for those units that do not have any ability to crowd control, unless you just want to do more damage when you're not, having your turn. That's a viable idea as well. Nemesis, the numbers look small, but they add up. You get to increase your attack gauge by 4% every time you lose 7% of the HP. So you can build a lot of damage on 1 unit, and then when they take damage, this fills up the attack gauge, and then you can, move faster because your attack bar is being filled quicker. So the more damage you take, then you can somehow get the jump on the enemy on the next turn. But this doesn't mean anything if you get stunned in the first turn while you're losing HP, so you don't get the benefit of this attack gauge filling. So you have to have a balance of a lot of these rune sets. I can see the viability of the immunity rune set, the shield one, and the nemesis. Not much for the revenge set, but it's early days, anything goes. We'll see what is best for a lot of units. Still theory crafting. There's been some skill changes and balances to monsters' abilities. Trial of Ascension. There's 2 modes now, normal and hard mode, so you get 2 times the rewards. That's good. You can clear the previous stages without using energy. This means I can make guides for you in case my videos glitch out again and I can't go back to that floor, so I'll be able to make a full climbing session. Rune slots have been updated to 120, that's nice. The rest are okay. So I'm going to do some of the new maps just to get you an idea of how it is. So I'm going to collect some energy. I'm going to do the boss stages for all 4 maps. So Aiden Forest, Faimon Castle, Mount Runar, Chirka remains. There is this new floating structure. I have no idea what this is, but I assume it's going to be something amazing. It looks pretty badass compared to the rest of the map. Maybe this is a portal that takes us to a different map, so maybe they're planning for that, because the whole screen is saturated now. So this will clearly take us to a new screen, hopefully, and we get to explore further. Right guys, Aiden Forest, boss stage. You know, when I first saw the Water Grim Reaper, I thought he was going to be available as a drop, but sadly it's the wind one, so I'm not able to fuse my Valkyria yet. I've yet to see a Water Grim Reaper. I'm still searching for it. So the boss stage for this one is a Water Lich. Alright, so his abilities are protects allies from death for 1 turn, inflicts damage proportionate to HP, reduce attack power, and this one is disturb recovery. Alright, so I'm going to train up some of my fodder units at the same time. And I think this guy has a full Nemesis rune set, so we'll be able to see that in effect, hopefully. And I'm going to swap out this one with my Wind Ninja. He's just recently got maxed out, so I'm going to test his abilities a bit, because I'm trying to rune him for giants. I'm still mixed between whether I want rage runes or going swift runes. So alright, so Water Grim Reapers. If you weren't having that much problems on Faimon Volcano Hell mode, then this normal mode here shouldn't be a problem for you. But as you get to the tougher stages, like especially Hell mode, these monsters are really going to ramp up in difficulty. So it's a Lich. There's a Death Knight, sorry, it's a Death Knight, not a Lich. That was my mistake. So they're not focusing my Fire Elemental here. Frozen Soul, so we get frozen. Right, so that's the first boss down. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, guys, I repeat. So let's see what we get. Unknown Scroll, nice. Some things never change with the new patches. Right, so the next boss stage is Faimon Castle. The drops that you can get, the main one is Living Armor, the fire one. Right, so it's a Fire Lich as a boss. Fire Lichy. Alright, so gets a turn every time a turn is over for the enemy, so there's a 15% chance, not too high. Randomly attacks, reduce attack speed. This one decreases attack speed. Okay. Alright, so we may be able to see the rune set in effect, because they're fire units, they'll be targeting my elemental there. Let's fight the boss. Okay. Well, as you can see, when you rune her with full Nemesis runes, you sacrifice HP, you sacrifice a lot of other stats just to get that BB gauge, not BB gauge, sorry, attack power refill quickly. So that's one thing to take note. Are you willing to sacrifice other utility to get that one single utility? Okay, he's down. Alright, so what is it doing? You get this redstone thingy. It's gonna help you progress. It's just a cutscene, guys, so it's not too okay, another unknown scroll. We are unlucky. Nope, we don't want this. So Mount Runar next. So you get to see some new monsters here. Mischievous Bat. If you're having trouble powering up your imps, this is the place to farm him. You get Lizard Man as well. And this guy, this stage makes it difficult to auto because they have a passive that decreases damage from the opposite attribute that is advantages against you. So I think all lizardmen have this, and this makes autoing difficult. Continuous damage, yep. Alright, so let's do the boss stage. You get to meet a big lizard. A big dragon, sorry, not a lizard. The big dragon here, yep. So this one has poisonous breath, continuous damage, proportionate to max HP, increased attack gauge every time you're attacked, and your attack speed increases greatly if you fall below. So I will bring in some strong guys here, some strong men. I think I beat him before by just powering through with really strong units. Alright, so this should be... I do want to level up my fairy, so I'm going to bring her along as well. So I've decided to 5-star my imp team to make the giant runs easier. I've given up on waiting for that Water Grim Reaper. I do have some materials saved up for him, but it's going to take some time to level them up. Bringing light units or dark units is really good in this stage because you don't have that elemental, you know, disadvantage because of their passives. It's really good to bring light units. The first time I did it with my Wind Ninja and my Fire Dragons, they do pretty mediocre damage because of the passives. I really recommend light units here. So the boss stage is a dragon. We're fighting our own king. Fire dragon versus that dragon. Batman's heal has been neutralized slightly, 3% lower from 15 to 12. It doesn't affect his heal as much. As you can see, I'm still healing for 2k. Previously it was 2.5, 2.3 I think. It's still pretty good to have him on your team whenever you're farming and doing quests. He does lose his synergy with Fire Inugami though. That is sad. It's sad. Right, so world map. The final boss. This one is it was an interesting fight to say the least, because we've never seen this giant robot before. Before that, let's take a look at the drops. Once again, you get to have this Minotaurus. You get a battle scorpion, that's new. Minotaurus increases resistance by 50% and recovery by 50%. So imagine him with a bearman, right? Attacks with an axe, recovers 25% of the max HP if enemy dies. So reusable in 3 turns, but I'm guessing if you power up or skill up his abilities, it's going to be down to 2 or even 1 turn. So that's pretty good in SDs, special dungeons, attacks and provokes. So he and Batman can provoke other units. They're like in a gang and they're harassing the enemy, provoking them, taunting them, healing up in return. I can picture them working really well together now. So let's fight the giant robot. He looks like Blitzcrank from League of Legends. he really does. Attacks enemy with the highest HP 5 times, inflicts continuous damage. So he's going to attack my Bearman. The last time I did it, it was my Bearman who got focused. Decreases attack gauge, and this one attacks all enemies and weakens their defense. So he's wind. I will swap it up. I will bring along this guy. for some deeps, for some DPS. Alright, let's try to do this dungeon. So team up with right off the bat, Rauh teamed up with the Faimon, but he did not proc the heal. That's because it's been nerfed, it no longer does that effect. It's sad. It was a necessary change. I think Faimon now can take up the new rules. Counterattack maybe works. I don't know. It's still untested. Recently came out. I will do some tweaking, I will do some experimenting. I've decided to try out Revenge and what was that one? Revenge Violent, yeah. Revenge Violent on Rauh. See how that one goes. Because that gives him ample opportunities to do extra attacks there. Giant robot, guys. What do we do? Cool. You do get a mystical scroll by completing this stage. It's a portal. Alright. So excited for this patch. I can't wait to see what's up next. Alright, guys.